Struggle bus. Hi, what's up? Oh dear. All right. We're a bird today. Hello, folks. How's it going? Welcome to Fancy Flex, whatever the fuck that means right now. I look like this. I don't know how you look. Maybe you're in pajamas. Oh, hi, guys. So before we start to rock and roll, does anybody have any requests or anything? I had one request for upper back. Hi. But if there's anything else you would like to see, feel free to drop in the comments. For this hour-long class, we're going to touch on a little bit of everything. If you have any kind of like soft thing, like a little dishcloth or like a mat, like a yoga mat's cool too. Feel free to grab it. It's going to be good to have. Seconding upper back. Okay, cool. You're just going to want something like for when we do like lunges so we don't like, bust our kneecaps wide open because none of us have doctors right now because they're all busy. Let's see, second upper back. Anything else? We'll do a little bit of everything. Like really want to do a chest stand. Someone requested chest stands a while ago. It's like a crazy person. Okay. One more thing you might need is objects to put under your hands if you want to like have a little bit of extra balance assistance, or if the floor just kind of like feels far away. In general, for the way that I approach flex is we want to be really active in everything and worry less about like our shapes and our shape life than about like how we're getting into it. So like I could do like big crazy back things like 4 different ways, but like maybe only one of them will actually be helpful for my eventual shape goals. So with that in mind, let's go ahead. We're gonna start standing up. Hi. We're doing upper backs for you. Someone else requested upper backs. You're on like 1 more minute or so actually to get in here. Do a little bird dance. Oh, what kind of shows has everyone been going to? BT dubs. Since we're all dying at home. We don't have the excuse of saying I can't go. All right. 1 more minute. I'm gonna start at 3:03. Thank you. I made it. There was a pattern, but I made it. All right, cool. My clock is saying that it's time to go, so we're all gonna start standing up. Hope you're all having a nice Sunday. Start with your feet like all the, ooh. Oh yes, cake. Yes, Let Them Eat Cake. Go see Let Them Eat Cake. It's every Thursday right now. So we're gonna start standing up. Soften your knees a little bit. Just take a couple rocks forwards and backwards. Just really like kind of start to feel the floor. You keep your legs straight and you start to take a little micro bend. Just kind of feel the way that your feet are gonna take weight in just different parts of the foot. And then stand back up straight, but soften your knees, make your spine super, super long. Take your hands to your thighs, start to press out away into your hands, and then press your knees together. See if as you can do this, you can start to pull your lower abdomen. Don't worry about your feet moving quite yet. Next time your knees are pulling out, keep pulling them out, start to let your toes turn out to the side, and then bring your heels out to meet them. So now our toes are maybe like hips width apart, or a little bit less depending on how much active range you have right there. And take another round of squeeze and squeeze. Again, checking in to make sure we're scooping through the pelvis, engaging our booties. And next time your knees are going out, keep turning them out. Feel all those muscles working. Feel this untucking or unarching, coming back all under, and then bring your toes straight forward. If you want to keep this like an easy turnout here, that's going to be okay for now. Now keep your legs straight. And then take a big breath, shoulders goes into your ears, drag the elbows into your sides, and let it go. One more time, drag it out, draw it in, and shrug it up, and let it go. All right, you're gonna reverse. So we draw it up, we shrug it up, and then we drag it in, and then reach down, feel your lat starting to work. Let the breath go. One more time, draw it out, Rotate it up and squeeze it in. And let it go. Reach it down. Feel that starting to work. Soften your knees. Again, making sure that we can take weight onto the ball of the foot without like having a meltdown. And then tuck and tilt just your pelvis. I'm gonna do a lot of like weird stuff with my arms. You're welcome to do whatever works for you. I'm gonna move mostly just to like, what I like to do is do like proprioceptive feedback. That's a big, dumb, scary word. It's not a technical word, but it's kind of like helps me tell like what my body's doing by you know, keeping contact with other parts of my body. All right, that's enough pelvic thrusting. Now we're gonna pretend like there's a plane of glass in front and behind us. Same thing side to side. I think we're pulling the hip up by a little string on each side. You can leave your hands at your hips if you want. And start to turn it into a circle. Finding that extra releases at the front. And reverse. You want to check in and make sure your knees are still staying over your toes, that we're not bowing in or out. And next time you feel even, bring your pelvis to the front and back. Just kind of gather everything together. For this round, bring your hands onto your hips just so you can really feel that your hips are trying to stay still. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Then pull the chest 2 inches forward, 2 inches backwards. Try to keep your hips from not arching or tucking. If that doesn't go as far as you want it to, don't worry about it. Just keep moving. And then do the same thing side to side. Right and left. Pane of glass. Our rib cage is gliding along over the pelvis. And start to turn this into a circle. And reverse. And put your rib cage back on straight. Just kind of flick some more off your hands, kind of let your arms be nice and loosey-goosey. Take the shoulders, roll them forwards and backwards. We already did our ups and downs. Next time we're going forwards, we're going to start to turn it into a circle. In order to think like with my shoulders, I like to focus on how my elbows are moving as opposed to how my hands are moving. Because we do have enough rotation in the elbow that they can kind of like cheek for us and tell us we're doing more rotation than we're actually doing from the shoulder. And reverse. And put your arms back on straight. Long spine, shoulders are jumping away from the ears. Take your chin down to your chest and then look up to the ceiling. And same thing, right and left. And take your rear shoulder. Make sure we're really drawing like the crown of the head up to the ceiling in between each of these side-to-side motions. And start to turn it into a circle. Making sure that we're not cutting off the side or the rotation between the front and the side. Go ahead and reverse. Check in with the rest of your body's nice, strong legs. Cool. Bring your hands back to your sides and your head back to neutral. Now we're gonna go for a little swim. You can soften the knees here if you wanna like get some extra squat spice going on. Our torso is gonna stay super neutral. And then we're going to take our arms forwards, up, out to the side, and I think we're dragging our elbows down our back. If your shoulders wanna jump into your ears here, maybe play with like how you have to engage to allow this to happen, as well as having that rotation happen with your shoulders away from your ears. And then reverse. Take a couple with your shoulders down. And maybe with them up. Next time your arms are down, if you have not taken a squat, go ahead and take a squat. Take your hands to your thighs. We're gonna start by sticking our booties back, really sitting into those legs. And just keep pulling your belly in so we're staying engaged through our core. You with your hands on your thighs, you can start to give yourself a little pull. So our shoulders come back, our chest comes forwards, and we can feel all of this muscle happening. All of these feelings and all of these things activating from below our belly button and in our back. If this is okay, you can start to add your head. Just hold this feeling for 5, 4, hands still on your thighs, 3, 2, and keep the legs bent. Tuck your pelvis and unwind until your whole body becomes really round. You can grab underneath your knee pits to really create that tension as you stamp the heels down, stay in your mini squat, and just find that swoop. Allow the space to open up between your shoulder blades, trying to let them like wing out like this. Do another kind of 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more time. Sit into your water potty, arch it out. Maybe add a little pull if you want it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tuck your pelvis, round it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and stamp the heels down. Keep your heels tucked, unwind one vertebra at a time. Coming back to the front, if you care about which direction you're facing. Everything below here, down, we want it to try and stay still. So we're gonna stay super grounded, strong leg, booty tucked and core engaged. We're gonna take the arms, drag them forward, and then start to round from the upper back. I'm gonna think about leading with my thumb, so we're reaching out, 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 out. As I come up, unwind until your body has gone as high as it can before your chest starts to explode. Keep pulling those thumbs back. Keep trying to find that rotation. 4, 3, 2, and fully unwind. Allow your chest to open up to the sky. We're still leaning with the back of the hand. And then rinse and repeat. And we're pushing out each of these rotations. I like to inhale as my chest is opening, and then exhale as I re-round. Next time we're at the bottom, we're going to reverse. So we drag it back, open up the chest, keep that rotation all the way up, find that little like Y, heart to the sky moment, and then as we round, ribs come in, drag your elbows down, rinse and repeat. And we're trying to isolate just the rib cage and higher. Fine, again, this round moment is so, so important. If you're back bend, you want to spend like all of your life back here, but you need to have a little bit of both. Take one more. And when you're done, give yourself a little shake. Meet me at the front. Now soften your legs, take an easy turn out, and start to take a little rock side to side. You can flex the opposite foot if you want. You can leave all your toes on the floor if you want. You can take an extra point if you want. I'm gonna bring my hands to my hips just to make this a little more sensible in my brain. And then use this rock and roll to start to slide your feet out until you found like, not our craziest lowest lunge, but somewhere where we can, if we stay in the center, stack the knees directly over the ankles. Take a couple bounces all the way down and stamp the heels down, drag, squeeze the legs together all the way up, just back and forth. Keep focusing on tucking that pelvis or neutralizing. You don't want to have like a full grandpa butt situation. Take 2 more. This is number 2. And last one. Cool. Shake it out. All right. So the leg that we're going to turn towards you have to keep rotating. Don't like kind of leave it behind and squeeze it in. So I'm going to bring my hands to my hips, bend the legs, try and lift one heel, and then set it back down. Just feel that weight shift a couple of times on each leg. Keep focusing on lifting, resisting the down, the whole spine. So for 3, 2, and 1. Stamp the heels down, drag it together, shake it out, shake it out. Sit, come on. I'm a bird. Come take flex. Brenda in the comments. She's an amazing flex and everything teacher. Go talk to her too. All right, so we're here. We've lifted one heel. We're gonna try to squeeze that knee towards the center. Keep squeezing until the whole thing rotates to the side. If that's cool, you can tap the knee down and then pick it back up. Feel the hip rotating. Both legs are working, and then start to heel back down. If this is like absolutely not for you on full releve, just kind of allow the heel to stay close to the ground each time. Yeah, whole body's rotating. And think about really gathering everything to face whatever side that we're gathering to. Go for another count of 4, 3, 2, and next time you're even. One more for me. Stamp the heels down, take a little shake. Take your toes back towards the center. And neutralize everything out here. Everybody slice the arms out to the side. Give yourself a reach over to one side, and then bring it back up. Same thing to the other side. We're still taking this nice wide power stance. We're still trying to find the pane of glass in front of and behind us. Last one, right and left. Next time you're in the center, stay there. So, one hand's gonna come across our hips. We can keep the legs straight if we can trust our pelvis to not like try and do one of these. You're gonna wanna do this. Or you can soften them just enough to like really remind this to stay where it is. So we're gonna take our hand to our opposite hip, form meeting your pelvis, reach all the way out, and then take that big juicy side bend. So I'm kind of keeping this top arm slightly in front of me, thinking with the armpit and not like turning my whole torso. We're gonna take the whole thing, bring it up out to the side. Take a second to kind of sit into the opposite hip, and then you can pull the whole thing in. A couple of these back and forth. Go for 2. And 1. Good. Start to sneak this opposite arm down to your leg, and then maybe you can start to float it out or all the way out. Whatever one you're doing, re-zip this whole side together and come all the way back to the top. Reset. Hand comes across to your hip, reach out, while shoulders, all of our business squared towards the front, and then start to sit into that one side and back up. This side's my shitty side, so I'm sorry if I don't look like good. And next time you're in the center, stay there. Start to sink opposite hand down, out, or reach all the way up, but we're zipping up our whole top side. And circle out the wrists. Take your wide power stance, slice it out. Now this time, we're gonna take our hand to our hip and leave it there for like a long ass time. So if you get bored, you can bring it to your thigh or something. Just kind of making sure that we still wanna make sure this is staying pretty neutral. Reach out and up, find your side bend. And now everybody, we're gonna soften our knees, sit straight down into our hips. This back shoulder, this bottom shoulder down here, is gonna pull up. Taking a big side twist. This bottom to top shoulder is gonna push down so that we're still sitting this hip back and taking a big juicy twist this way. And then unwind through your side bend. Try to pull this shoulder forward and this shoulder back. Open up to the ceiling. Keep going back and forth. Rounding and arch. Go for another count of 3, 2, and 1. Cool, next time you're all the way down, stay there. This hip's pulling back. This hip, that shoulder's coming forward, and this shoulder is coming up. If you're happy here, you can stay here or bring this hand to your leg, or you can start to reach that hand out. We're gonna pretend like it's a flat surface at hip height. So we're twisting into this opposite side. Now reach all the way up, find your long spine, find that full extension, even if you don't fully extend, and then bring it back in. We're gonna count 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next time you're all the way out, reach all the way down for that leg. You can soften whatever you need to soften here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Spider crawl yourself all the way back out. And then see if you can take the hand spider crawl forward, flat back up. Really deep back in your round spine. And then corkscrew back to the side by corkscrewing this bottom armpit forwards, and then back to the top. Shake it out. Bottom hand, opposite arm, reach up. Big juicy side bend again. We're still trying to gather everything towards our center so we can point it in a direction. Start to round over that left leg, and then open back up. Point this top shoulder back to face the ceiling. Go for another count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next time you're here, stay here. Hand can stay where it is. Keep pulling this hip back, tap down, or fully reach out. Find your extension and roundness. And then count of 4, 3, 2, and next time you're all the way down, stay there, reach all the way down for that leg, grabbing whatever you want to grab before, like, I'm gonna reach forever, go ahead and reach forever. Keep trying to take that twist. Do another count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cool. Reach out, spider crawl those hands out. Reach with your hands or reach with your spine, coming all the way back up, re-rounding it out, scooping this bottom side forwards, and then cartwheeling all the way back up to the center. Shake it out. Take some little cactus arms. Cool. Feeling okay so far. So to actually take one more quick leg thing before we get into like the stretching. If you have any kind of sliding situation, that's ideal. My mat's pretty slidey, so I'm okay with that. But if you don't have a slidey thing, or you can put on like socks, or you can put a slidey thing like under your bare foot if you have, again, like a dishcloth. If balance also is really challenging for you, whenever we turn to the side, we're thinking of squeezing everything together, making your hips point straight forward and not bopping into one side or the other. Let's see how this goes. Arm options, our hands can stay here. They can be airplane arms, as long as they're not behind us and forcing our whole business to open up. Stay slightly in front, so we're staying really engaged and controlled. Or you can bring your arms close to your head. So take your nice, easy turnout. Now, take the exact same rotation you did before. I'm gonna do these arms. Take it all the way up. And then start to kick that heel away. And then tap it back down. Go for 3, 2, and 1. Cool. All right. Now, as we kick this back leg away, we're going to start to reach our whole body out over that front leg, and then bring it back up. So knee through head or fingers is moving as one piece. If you like handstands, as one of the shoulder requesting persons said, this is really good for your handstand. It's trying to teach this to move all as one piece. So if you have not tried this with your arms over your head, try it as long as you're not here. Go for another count of 4, 3, 2, and next time you're all the way up, come back to the center. Shake out wherever you gotta shake out. We'll do the exact same thing on the other side. So arms are up, rotate, start to kick that heel away, and then tap it back down. Back hip is scooping forwards, abs are engaged. Give another count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And same thing, bending over this leg. I can't see. Kick forwards and back. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cool. Pick it back up, bring it back to the center, and find the floor. Heel the feet until they're all the way in. And sit in your primal squat. If you want to have objects, you can keep hanging on to your objects. Just take a second to really get into the underside of the glute. And if you want, you can start to take your hands to the center, round it out, and then practice taking the arch from here, and then bringing it back. Or turning it into a full body wave. If I'm doing like a full body wave version, I'm trying to keep all of this still and controlled. And all the way up, arch, and then round tap, slide it out. Seeing how far we can get our arms and torso between our thighs with each one. The legs are not perfectly turned in or turned out. There's somewhere where we can kind of glue our rib cage and our thighs together. If you were taking body weight down, I'm going to reverse. Arch, 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 arch. And then try and tuck, round up, refinding that arch at the top. Take another count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plant your hands, walk forward, tuck the knees behind you, and take a quick round of cat and cow. So elbows are zipping in, coming straight back. Drive yourself forward, big arch up. And then elbows come down, still zipping in, round it out. One more forwards and backwards. And sit back in your heels. Okay. Snap your hands together, just rock out the wrists. You party them out. And party out the other way. Cool. Again, if you want objects, now's going to be a really great time to grab them. If you want more knee padding, because we're going to be sitting fully on our knees, now's a really great time to make sure you have that close by. So we're going to come onto all fours. Tuck the toes underneath the heels, and see if you can just take a second to really, again, scoop all this in. We're not protracting or retracting or arching or rounding. You want to stay nice and neutral. So belly's in, ribs are in. Not quite a hollow body, but something not dissimilar. Now with our toes, we're going to float the whole shape 1 inch off the ground. And try and hold it here. This is a lot for you. Make a fist, plant your hand on your surface. Now one of our legs, we're going to keep our other knee 1 inch off the ground. Kick it straight up behind you, and then tap it back in. We're going to count 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cool. Both knees in, tap it down, shake out, whatever you want to shake out. Just walk forward so it's a little easier. Now for the first round, our legs are going to be like a 90-degree angle the whole time, so we're going to kind of do this. So you want to make sure our pelvis isn't trying to like flop into our floor. We want to be able to like use our butt, our glutes, and not our low back to do this kind of lifting. So for this next round, the knees can either stay on the ground or you can float them up for extra spice. You're going to keep checking in with your arms, starting here. Take that weight into 3 limbs. Kick straight up behind you, and then gently tap it down. If you're on the ground, straight up, tap it down. You're trying to roll that side in towards the floor, not bringing it out like a dog on a fire hydrant. You gotta count 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cool. Tap it down. Now knees come wide on the hips, untuck your toes, and slide the hands forwards. We're gonna take one arm, pick it up, and just really start to roll that shoulder down. So if I put my whole arm on the ground, like the top of my hand or my outside edge of the hand would be on the side. I'm gonna sink into that side. If you want, you can press into it and grab underneath the shoulder to really pull that shoulder open. Take a little rock forwards and backwards. Practice steering with this hand that's on the ground from the shoulder just as much as you are with like any other bits. And whenever you're ready, replace that first hand. Switch sides, slide it out. Again, elbow goes down, rotate, tap, or tap. Take a second to scoop under and really pull everything out. And play with that steering. Go over another count of 3, 2, and all the way back up. Very good. Okay, we're about halfway there. So coming back to our legs, we're gonna add a little bit of a rotation. Again, I'm just making suggestions. You can do as much or as little as you want. This can be like, again, a little spicy on the wrist. You can always put your forearms on something, or you can make your fists. So here we are. This time, all of our knees are gonna stay onto the ground. So diagonal will make a little more sense. We're gonna kick with a flexed or pointed foot. We're gonna think about extending, like full extension, not just like I'm cramping all of my muscles. Straight up behind you. And then bring it back in. Okay, so that feeling of extension, you wanna feel that in the air. So you wanna take a couple on the floor first, just kind of feeling that without having this happen. Go ahead and feel it. The hollow bodies are really applicable everywhere, including when you're trying to back bend. All right, now we've taken a couple of test runs. We're going to keep this leg bent. Take it up, and try and extend. And then reach out, reverse. Take it up, bend, drag it in. Reverse, other side. Take it up, extend, tap it down. Take it up, bend, and drag it in. We're gonna do this 4 more times each side. This is number 3. This is number 3 on side 2. I'm forgetting my own combinations. This is number 2. And number 2. And last one. Take your favorite leg, we're gonna do both sides. Pick it up, kind of slide it in between your arms, and then toe heel one out so it will come just in front of your shoulder like we did in our primal squat. Flex this foot just to protect it, and then take all of your hands to the inside of that front leg. This other leg can just kind of slide out real quick. Sink this hip in towards the floor, and then keep this hand down. Take your hand to your thigh, and as we sink to the hip, start to roll that thigh meat out to the side. If you want to make it spicy, tuck your toes, pick up that back knee, but keep sinking those hips into the ground. You're going to come onto your forearms or the floor. You still have all these options. Do the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Get rid of your leg. Replant everything, knee down if it was up, and then sit back, swing that leg all the way back around. Same thing, other side. We're going to pick it up here, coming from the inside out, toe heel, or somehow pulling our ribcage and our thigh together, pulling this hip back and this back hip forwards as we extend that back leg, flexing to protect our front knee, and kind of letting it sit out to the side. Again, hand can come to massage the thigh outward. You can tuck and lift if you want it. And come down here if you want it. Kind of need a weird lizard. You know the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plant the hands, drop the knee, untuck the toes, sit back and swing all the way around. All right, cool. Make sure you have space in front of you. Start on all fours in your tabletop or box shape. And then spider all of your fingers so that we can get our wrists and elbows really elevated off the floor. Bend the elbows out, scoop them in. And just like we did for our arm circles, we're going to start to round out our torsos, slide the hands out until we cannot stay closed in the ribcage anymore. Once that happens, keep crawling out so you can alternate opening the ribcage and then closing it back up. Because I'm a bird today, my beak is going to hit the floor before my face normally would, but try to keep the head in between the shoulders without losing that rotation. Our shoulders are gonna wanna do this to get higher. Don't let that. Another 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Plant your hands. Drag yourself forward. Now make sure you have space behind you. I'm gonna demonstrate all of this from the side. Any questions? Okay, cool. We're still here. Let's go this way. So adding this feeling of opening and closing to any kind of back bend situation. On your knees, they can be hips width apart, they can be a little bit wider, toes together, or parallel. We don't want to be like fully man spreading. Scoop this bad boy forward, and then take your arms, take that roundness moment, and try and unwind while leaving the hips forward. Yeah? If you want to play with this while your chest starts to point up to the ceiling for control, you can. Then complete your circle, arms all the way out, tap your thighs, and then take one more just like this, rounding it out. Ass is squeezed. Hips are forward. Up to the ceiling. And then bring it back. So I want to feel the chest having the and shoulders having the ability to open without anything down here starting to collapse. A lot of times we back bend on our knees or on our feet. Our hips are like, I'm scared, and we sit. But if we sit, we go down. We want to make sure that they have the intention of staying forward the whole time. So I always like to try and find like a little hollow moment before I do whatever variation I'm doing. That could be like snake, that could be like, your box standard up and over. So we're gonna take a hand down to our thigh. Our other hand is going to start to kind of like sneak around through this side bend moment. So as we sneak around, here we are. We did this in our side bends. It's gonna be a little spicier because you're a little bit like closer to the floor. Don't let this happen. Keep scooping it forward. Put an object under your hand if you want. Open this whole shoulder up to the ceiling. Add the hips. And then bring it all the way back to the center. Scoop, round it out. Plant your hands. If this is feeling okay, you can start to walk it all the way around to the back and come back to your other side. Before you do that, maybe like take a little tester on that opposite side to make sure that you're not pulling any weird business with your pelvis. Think that you're leading from the shoulder to the elbow and not like flapping that hand back. And if we're feeling good, we can go all the way around. There's a point at which having a straight arm will kind of like stop you, so keep that rotation in the shoulder and allow your elbow to bend, just kind of pull it into your side. And it turns out kind of like this, I guess. So we're coming down, we're all the way out. I'm leading. This arm is stopping me, so I'm just gonna bend it in. And then switch to come all the way back out. Focus on this, yeah? You don't have to touch the floor. You can take objects, you can walk your hands out wherever you need to. You can also extend this bottom leg. That will make it a little harder to keep it parallel, so just be aware of it trying to like go somewhere. But take like maybe 2 or 3 more rotations, really focusing on this upper back feeling and being able to maneuver from the shoulder in all of our scenes. So take like 1 more minute. I'm gonna try and do 3 more on each side. Why not? If you really want extra spice, keep your arms at your head or grab your elbows and don't actually touch down. Cool. When you're done with that, Bring your hands in. Take a child's pose. Thighs, rib cage. And then press into the floor. Try to round your spine. Pull your belly in. And then press your palms down. Just rock back and forth in that round feeling. Still focusing on the rotation of the shoulders. And keep a little micro bend in them if they can't be trusted. Okie doke. If you want to grab a drink of water, have a drink of water. We're gonna do like hella splits and shit after this. If you have any kind of objects or something to like put under your feet, that would be really cool. There's a second thing we're gonna do for our straddles where objects can be really beneficial just for like hyperextension and also like having that big active straddle and also that drive down towards the floor. So I'm gonna grab some cans. Carrots. Carrots for the splits. Just gonna put them here. Stay with that. That was a question. Okay, thank you. Hopefully your backs are feeling a little bit like looser now. Okay, so take your hands down to your side. Take one leg out to the side, and then sit into your opposite hip as we slide out. So one leg is still parallel, our other leg is gonna be turned out. As we keep sitting, see if you can start to pull that thigh out to the side and slide out to your mid lunge. As long as the knee and toes are in the same direction, I don't care if you're like sitting here or like somewhere else. We want to make sure that we're really grounded through this bent, like however we can be. Now with our hands on our objects or the floor, you're gonna lift and rotate and out. So a spicier version of what we did before. We're gonna get deeper into this hip. Next time our big toe sides down towards the floor, walk your hands a little more forward and start to pull that hip forward and back. You should feel this weird little feeling. Sometimes your hip pops. As long as it doesn't hurt, you should be okay. If it does hurt, stop doing this. And next time, you're forwards. Keep following yourself all the way around until you find that inner thigh moment, and then rotate that full left side, carry it behind you. Still have energy into this back leg. Give yourself a lift and frame that front leg. Without letting our hips do this and go up as much as possible, we're gonna tap that back knee down and then try and squeeze it away. If you're happy to do this in a lunge with like objects or balance, you can walk the hands up this front leg, keep driving this back hip forward, and then sinking, pressing that hip forward and in towards the floor. Listen to the count of 3, 2, and 1. Cool. If you're doing anything different, tap that back knee down. I know everybody, untuck that toe. Give yourself a lift. Again, driving all that in and squeezing it forward. Objects are helpful again for balance if you want it, or you can leave your hands on your thighs. Start to squeeze, control your booty, and then tap it down. Next time your foot is down, leave it there. Take that sit back. Somewhere we're in like our half leg straight and bend. Gather, and then pick it up. We're gonna keep our back leg hand where it is. I like to reach my front leg and how it helps balance, and reach around with that back hand. So it could be a twist. Don't let it twist. Start to kick that foot into your hand. And if you want, you can start to press this hand to the thigh. Slowly lift and keep your like belly off of that front thigh. Keep kicking for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and start to squeeze your hamstring. Pull your heel to your booty and bring it in. If your balance is okay, you can bring your other hand in and really try and focus on scooping this and rounding out. If this heel in the back is coming across your opposite butt cheek, ease off to like kind of regather it in and pull it in. Go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and gently release, full extension. Find the floor, sit back. Take a second to round and arch. And then with your objects, I'll do objects today. Walk your way up until this front leg is straight. Flex and point. Your hamstrings just do so many things for you. Now with that foot flexed, turn it out, turn it in. Now we're gonna focus on keeping this leg turned in. Again, we're gathering and we're lifting. As we go from being like fully hollowed to like out here, just take care to make sure that your core doesn't come disengaged. So my hands are gonna come to my hips, or I can just start to like find my objects so I know where they are. We're taking a long spine. We're gonna pull our booty back and then try and drive the crown of the head forwards as far as you can go without rounding out, yeah? So that might be like here. That might be like all the way out. You just wanna feel the way we have to work in order to get underneath this front leg. Take a couple of lifts and lowers. Arms can either come back as well. You have a lot of arm options. I like to play with a bunch, just kind of see like how it changes the balance. Next time you're all the way up, find the floor, find your blocks, and then take your round spine for contrast. If you can point your foot and have all of your toes come down, especially your big first and second toe, go ahead and point, or hang on to your flex if only the pinky side comes down. Now we're gonna start by, as we lengthen our spine, slide the hands out in front of you. So you can feel the way that we have to articulate between being here to being here. Finding that compression and that roundness at the same time. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice and easy, slide it up, and meet back to the top. If you have your objects, bring them back towards the front. Come all the way back here, tuck the toes, take 2 straight legs, come back to the center, shake it out. And whenever you're ready, one leg parallel, one leg's gonna turn out. You're gonna start to stake into the side and then see how much we can pull this bent leg up. Finding our first ninja lunge of the day. Take a second to point and flex that foot. Checking to make sure the foot, the knee are pointing in the same direction, the knee's not going in. And now hang on to your flex. Start to take the hips up and rotate in and out. This might be a hip hop moment for some people. And then we're gonna take our pulse forwards and backwards. So, come a little bit more forward. We're driving this back heel back. Really squeeze and open up through the hip. The more you can sink into the floor, the spicier she is. Keep flexing that foot to protect your knee. We're gonna count 3, 2, and take all of your hands, lift, rotate, or just try to drive and rotate. Fully frame that front leg, and stay here. Hips are low to the ground, we can stay down, or we can start to walk ourselves up, or have objects. We're lifting, we're gathering, we're driving. Knee comes down, knee comes up. Go for another count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tap that back knee down, untap your toes. Again, we're still, take a second to lift, gather, and then pull back forward, heel the booty, tap it down. Hands can be on objects, they can be here, they can like, whatever. I can try and balance as much as possible, that's pretty good. Go for 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Give yourself that lift. Again, gathering and driving, and try and squeeze your knee, or sorry, squeeze your heel to your bum. One hand's gonna come across, the other hand's gonna come around the back. You're gonna start to push this backhand towards the front of your body. Just kind of trying to navigate how much your body might want to twist. If we go the other way, we just kind of like tend to fall out. So like, if you like that, do that. Do whatever's right for you. But I like just going opposite side because it really forces everything to like square off like a whole bunch. So we're here, we're here, we're here. I can't see anything. So just push and just kick that foot into your hand. 5, 4, 3, 2, and squeeze your heel to your bum. You can also reach all the way around. And gather. Oop. And so just sink. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, release. Find the floor. Sit all the way back. Take a second to flex and point that front foot. Really extending out from underneath your bum. Engaging the thigh, but not clenching anything. And slowly make your way up to vertical. Sitting this front hip down, gathering this back hip in, and engaging your core. Hands can do, again, whatever thing you do on the other side. Just make sure our spine is long. We're gonna lift. We're gonna flex that front foot, and then turn, torque it up. Fakey torque. The fakest torque in the world. I don't know how to torque. Kudos to anyone who does. You're better than me in every conceivable way. Okay, so now we're square. We're squeezing our thighs together. We're gonna lift, tuck. This doesn't move. This kind of does most of the movement. So we're here. I'm just hanging onto that extension, driving down, and picking it back up. Same arm options. So we can go forwards. You can be an airplane. Make sure not let this crack out. You can be a skier. Take another 5 more. Objects are also an option. Two more. And last one. So, either with your objects or with your hands on the floor. We'll do objects aside. Find your mat, find your hands, then take that roundness moment. As we extend our spine, we're going to walk our hands straight out in front of us. And then try and stay extended and also engage through our core at the same time. About 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slide it all the way up. Get rid of your stuff. Take your hands, tuck the toes, 2 straight legs, and just kind of like make your way down to your foot. Oh my God, time is almost over. All right, we'll do a quick split situation. We're gonna do 30 seconds on each side. We're gonna play some straddle games, and then finish up with like waterfalls. Someone was asking for waterfalls. We're gonna do some waterfalls. So your straddle game. You're gonna sit in your straddle. I don't really care how big it is. And then put your hands straight out in front of you. Try to find that lift, and then take a little dive forwards and backwards. Yeah? See how little you can use your arms. If that's already working for you, hands behind your head, hips, or all the way up. You want to see how far we can go before we collapse. If you have a perfect straddle, this is going to be really challenging because you don't have anywhere to like, just probably fall over. So maybe like stay a little bit more narrow, just for like physics sake. So whatever, moving out, feet to the floor. Right here. You know, like 1 or 2. Just being able to like leverage that forward and still be able to come back out. Okay. Now in that straddle, we're gonna play with trying to flex so hard, squeeze those thighs so hard, and extending so your heels come off the ground, and then point. And then let the heels come back down. So we flex, kick out, point, and relax. Cool. Give yourself a little shake if you want a little shake. I'm gonna go through this really fast. You can watch it later if you would like more. Where's my cam? And now for the fun part. So find that straddle you had before. Make sure that you're sitting all the way onto your butt bones. If that is not real for you today, please put an object underneath your butt so you know you get trapped here, yeah? It's not really gonna work out so good for you if you were like only here. Just elevate your pelvis to make it easier. Now, we're going to flex our feet, kick our heels out, and point, then try and tap it down. You can do this one at a time. Wait, flex, da-da-da, da-da-da-da, or you can go for both. Yeah, so we want to feel this extension, this drive of the knee pits into your mat. Make sure your objects are underneath your knee pits for now. If you want to make it more challenging, you will put them underneath, or your objects underneath your heels. So once we have that, hands on the floor or whatever we had before, Just make sure that you have the ability to lean slightly forward and use that turnout and that drive to help generate this lift. So I'm gonna extend my legs and try and pick it up and tap it back down. These are pretty low, but you get the idea, yeah? I can find that lean forward just a little bit for my hands to help me. The more 180 I am, the more I can just kind of go straight up. If my straddle is more closed, you do have to do like more of a forward fold to make that happen. Yeah? Try to go for like 1 or 2 more. We're gonna go back on our feet now that we've, oh my God, I crushed my hands. Look at this. I straddled so hard that I dented my carrots. Amazing. All right. Holy shit. Wow, okay. Well, that's new. All right, with my dented carrots on my floor, we're gonna slide into a split, starting from our straight front leg. I hope you all found that as funny as I did, because that's definitely a first. So, front leg straight, hands on our sides, chest is lifted, slide, 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 slide. Tap down wherever you're tapping down. Keep lifting your chest. You can hang out here for 30 seconds. You can try and tuck and extend and sit down and do push-ups. We're starting at 5, 4, 3, 2, an object under your front foot, and 1. 30 seconds. Keep trying to square everything off, or play with unsquaring and resquaring. You'll have a little more space if your chest is more forward, but play with both. Straight. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and give yourself a lift. Rotate back to your straddle or come out. We're doing one of these. And switch to the other side. Setting it up nice and high. Just 30 seconds because I'm so out of time. Timer starting in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And 10, 9, no, I'm just going to crush this and make it explode on my mat. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and pick it up. And come on back. All right. We're at 1 minute and 19 seconds left. So, for waterfalls, the things that we did on our knees, you can all apply to having it be on your feet. I'm going to show you one. Actually, I'm going to show you two with, I know, I crushed the fucking carrots. This is a first. So, making sure again you can take weight into your feet. Start to find that roundest movement. Chest to the sky. Lean the hips forwards. And then you can bring it up. Or you can do the reverse. Play with both. Da 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 da. And then fully sit up from hell. Fully gather everything back in. Take a whole round moment if you want it. And with that, that's about it. Thank you for coming to Fancy Flex. I'm gonna leave this up as long as Instagram lets me. Next class is gonna be on Tuesday at 1 p.m. And if you have any requests or suggestions, I would love to hear them. So you can all stay like nice and limber while we're in our cramped apartments. My Venmo is on my profile if you want to, or if you want to and are able to throw me a couple bucks. I would super appreciate it. Yeah, the end. Love you guys. Keep supporting your teachers. Bye. Oh my gosh,